So now that the judge has ordered to give that infamous speech and its details, are we going to see a settlement soon? Because this is actually giving you that idea XRP is moving up. As the community understand, this is positive. The judge overrules SEC's objection so that they now have to give this details. Now, if that detail comes out and it is clear that XRP has been suppressed by quoting its name, tying it to a security title, then what you're going to see is that the judge is going to come out and give you that idea that it is not a security, one, and the price can go high. But before that, understand there is one more situation here. This is like the 6th time a court is saying, okay, you have to hand the documents. And they are not doing that. So if they continue to act like this is Banana Republic, then you're probably looking for another 2 months, 3 months, as this is court, right? So here the judge is like, okay, you directly have to comply with the orders. So it's like, I don't want to repeat, but hand over the files. So before this happened, we were at a support we discussed yesterday. And right now, you're bouncing off from that level of support. Now, this is super bullish because as we talked, if you're bouncing from this level, your next level of target is going to be somewhere close to 0.8 towards $1 because this is technical aligning with the fundamentals. A weekly candle, we're going to see an end to that soon. And at the same time, you also can see a monthly candle closing. So if this is a signal of price is going to continue higher, the demand is going to go higher. Now, that's something which you should not neglect because when you zoom in, you see a reversal pattern happening and the price going up at a time when on a macro, you are at the verge of a breakout. If that happens, you are now looking for massive price action coming into the XRP price. Now, all of this is happening at a time when the dollar is slowing down. So this gives you more advantage regarding XRP USD pair. Now, in the market, you also see like, yes, others are not moving. BTC is not moving. XRP is going back up. Great. So when you're inside this market, what you understand is, yes, the RSI reached the overbought territory. It was starting to come back down, but now you're bouncing back. And at the same time, the macro scenario is not good. Governments are going to print more money. Free money is going to come back into the market, and it always floats into the financial assets. So if you are in financial assets, make sure you are in the right ones, and you are going to see big gains. This is like top 20 crypto assets, and XRP is the only one which is actually moving higher. So it is breaking through in a market structure where everything is slow. So if you are ready for big, huge gains coming in XRP, hit that like button. This is the scientific investor family, where the normal, common guys learn to become the next top 10% of the world. So if you are ready to understand what's coming in, let's join this party because XRP is literally trying to bounce higher at a time when most of the other coins are not doing anything. And if you observe the volume, it is increasing. Now, when the volume is increasing, you have different factors to consider. One is that in different markets, the volume is increasing. Two, Binance is one of the biggest area where a lot of volume comes in. Recently, volume from South Korea has been increasing. So as you go down to the markets, you kind of absorb like, okay, to the USD pair, it's like this, to BTC pair, it's like this, to Euro, it's this. So things are changing, right? So as you observe, like, yes, it's not only from within crypto, you're also getting it outside fiats. So some of these fiats are getting devalued and they are moving into different assets. And when they see like, okay, this asset is moving higher, the FOMO kind of adds in. Because you don't see other coins inside the same market move like this, which has this much liquidity. And you kind of have like, okay, entire US who's having a hard time buying this asset. So it is like limiting those guys in US who has not bought yet. And now given this is another stuff. If SEC orders, this is not a security and the exchange is denied to relist or delayed to relist, it is going to be hard for you and me or anyone else who relies on those US exchange where your assets are locked up. Now you may have to go through court, all those steps. Let's hope it does not end up like that. But on the technical grounds, when we are looking at this, you need to keep a clear mind here, because this is actually a game where the weekly is nearing that end and you go look at the monthly. Now remove all this and look at this. This is like a monthly which is erasing last 3 months of movement, and now before you end this month you are getting more upside movement. So right now, if you are able to close somewhere close to 0.5 and the next month opens here and continue the same, you are above $1. Now that is not a big deal if you are looking at the overall big narrative here, because this is around at bottom which we've been following, and on a monthly, if you close above 0.55, you're breaking that. Now what does that actually mean? Because this is going to bring you more momentum, this is going to bring you more price action, which is going to be interesting, because this is like 13-14x after the break here. So you are literally looking for next a wave which is going to be massive. Say if you want to put that into perspective, it's like from the current price it is a 60x. So even if you are eyeing this fluctuation, it is not bad, it is not exaggerated. Now this point, maybe it is going to take more time, because that is going to be the case. If the price is going to do this kind of a momentum to the upside in this market situation, people are going to take profits and it is going to be much more volatile, and you will see the price dropping mostly 80-90%. So it won't be just 70%, it can be 80-90%. So the price fluctuation will be huge. Taking profits is important. Let it be one asset, let it be two assets, you need to take profits. When XRP is going to go higher, it will also come back down. Now that's assets and market cycle, it works like that. Human beings will take profits. So now, when you see this breakout and the retest being so short, it's like a positive signal saying like, okay, we are going to get a continuation pattern here, a 3-candle continuation pattern, where you slow down in one candle, the other candle kind of erases most of the damage done by this particular candle, and then the next one goes up, boom. Now even this one, if it's opening higher, that's great. Now you do have time for all this to happen, because whatever we are talking about, XRP right now just came in 3-4 hours back. Great. So the world to follow this news and act on this, it is going to take another 20 hours. So remember, in next 20 hours, people around the globe is going to see this news, and those who went out, those who were in the sidelines, all of them would think, okay, let me put something more in. Let me buy something more here, right? That will bring more volume, and that can break these recent highs. And if the recent highs are breaking, you know what's coming. That's a new trend which we've talked about before. Now, you're zooming in on a 4-hour chart to see the noise in the market. You just broke through that. At a time when your MACD suggests, okay, I'm going higher, I think this is bullish, and your RSI suggests I already broke higher, retested and bounced. So RSI, as we talk, it's kind of a leading indicator here and giving you that signal. It is slowly grinding back to the upside. Now, as you, wow, I'm just observing that. I was just checking it out. So right now, if you remember yesterday, we talked about this scenario like, okay, we need to retest this and break this. But right now we are breaking through short-term support term resistance and the previous short-term resistance. So the price closing somewhere here is important. And the next one is most likely going to go to the upside. Now, what is the upside on XRP BTC pair on the short-term scenario? Say you draw it like this, a bull flag, and let's be conservative. If you're too optimistic, you can take it from here as a measured move up, but let's be conservative. Let's say this move is what it's going to do. That's a 39% after the break. So you plot that as 39% here, and you want actually, it's not about how much Satoshi it is. What you want to see is where you are in terms of price action and timeline. So you reach this resistance levels. You kind of erase all these price action which happened in the entire year. So this is why I really say, if you are in an asset like XRP, the upside happens very shortly. When it runs 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, that's it. It actually reads somewhere. So right now, it is like 19 day. If you're picking from the bottom, or if you're taking the momentum side, it's 15 days. So saying another 10, 20 days, XRP can actually explode is not illogical. So if I'm looking at this, it does make logic to me, because a lot of other coins in the market is actually giving you a sense that, okay, something is breaking, the breakout is happening. So now this is against XRP BTC pair. Now you can look at XRP against the Ether pair to see, like, okay, anyone who is in exchanges where they are trading using Ether and see this happening, they'll say, okay, let me put some money there. Let me bet for that one because I think it's going to go up. But again, the Ethergate guys, they don't like this. So they will put everything they can to try and stop this. And I hope this time they get liquidated. Now, that's something to watch, right? And that liquidity becomes additional flow for the market to go back up. So that's like, stop loss hunting, kick them out, that kind of scenario. That will be exciting. But we don't know how much money they're going to put in, what type of margin call they will actually feel. But this is, again, something which we all look for. We are here in the overbought territory after a very long time. And when that happens, whenever that happens, we keep our eye on this and say, like, okay, we don't see a possibility that XRP is going to 0.2, because there were a lot of people selling you that dream, saying you can buy more XRP at 0.2. Now, you would be happy to buy it at 0.1 or 0.2 maybe, right? But at this point, you need to ask that question, like, okay, being realistic, this has been a support resistance range for XRP from a very long time. Take that into the number of days and you see something close to 2,000 days. So when you come from the downside, that's a resistance. When you come from the upside, that's a support. That's been the history here. So this time you are coming from the upside, and I expect we are going to go back up, hitting this as a support range. So if the price is hitting that range, most likely a lot of buyers are going to enter, and it does feel like a lot of people are entering. And at the time when the fundamentals is aligning to this direction, people may not be able to stop this. Yes, the economy is bad, but what happens when the economy is bad and you see some of the assets which you liked or believe in is going back up? Now you really want to put more money in there. Now you really want to put more money in there because economy is going down, your purchasing power is dropping like a stone. You need to make some money. So that kind of scenario actually push people into trouble. One thing, they bet heavy, which they shouldn't actually. They should understand the risk tolerance, but they bet heavy. And that kind of movement can push price way higher than it is expected to go. If you expect it to reach like $6, $7 first time, it may go to $8, $9, who knows. If you expect it to go to $23, it can go to $30, who knows. So you as an XRP holder, make sure you still have units of XRP aside. Your target is, say, $18. Great. By that time, you take a significant amount out. That's your target. Fine. But keep something aside, because if it actually goes above your target, you can still average to the upside. Now, this is same with all the assets you have, but not all the assets are showing you this pattern saying, I'm going to go through the roof. So if you feel like there are assets which actually suggest that coming in, keep your eyes focused on. Whenever XRP moves, XLM is also moving. So you have highly correlated asset inside the payment space. So when XRP is 0.5, close to that, XLM is 0.11. So you take that and look last one year of correlation, and then the last bull market cycle and the correlation. Now you'll see, okay, if XRP is actually going towards $20, where is XLM going to be? Now that gives you an idea. That may give a lot of opportunity in the market, because it's not only going to be these two. There's a lot of other coins which are highly correlated, and you see a lot of money coming in. Right now, you're observing the price action is continuing. The price action is taking through. And as this happens and new people wake up in this 24-hour timeline and observe this news, you're going to see new money coming in. So be prepared to see some volatility. Guys, if you are liking this content, please do hit that like and subscribe button, because that supports the channel. And if you are here thinking, okay, fine, I do understand the market is going up, and I not only have XRP, I do have other coins. Which one is going to go high? Which one is in the third wave? Which one has completed 3 waves? Which one is preparing for the ultimate big wave 2? For that kind of information, you can look at the Patreon, and I'll suggest this is the end of the month. Wait some time. Early next month, jump on. This is going to give you that ability. As the price moves up, you now have one, positive sentiment. 2, you are looking for your targets. You can literally break down different assets with the expected targets and your exit points. So you don't have to be confused when the price reaches close to that range. So guys, that's it for today. Hold strong. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye-bye.